So we're going to be talking about the new NATASHA DENONA Hyper Natural Face Palette. Just opened up, and let me show you what it looks, how it looks inside. It's described as a no makeup eye and cheek essential palette. It has a bronze contour, and then we have a blush, and then we have 5 shimmer shades. And the names, you can see them there in the bottom. We have from left to right, we have Everyday, Dreamy, Statement, Soft, and Casual. I'm gonna show you some swatches, how they look in the back of my hand. Okay, here you have, on this hand, we have the 2 blushes. And then we have the contour bronzer. The pink one's really pretty. And then here we have, let me show you again what the shimmers look like on the pan. And then here in my hand, I did them from left to right in the same order as in the palette. They are so pretty. I am a huge fan of the NATASHA DENONA eyeshadow formulas, so I was really excited to find out that she had come out with a new palette. I haven't used it yet on my face, but my only negative comment about this palette is that I do wish that the bronzers were a little bit bigger, because I do like to use bigger brushes to apply bronzer. So I don't know, it's gonna be difficult to pick up the shadow. The eyeshadows are beautiful, and so are the blushes. And I know there's no mattes, but you could use the bronzer or the blush as a base for your eyelids if you need it. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be using one of the bronzers shades to apply on the eyelids to set the base. So I'm going to apply bronzer first, and I'm going to use, I know this brush is not intended for that, but it's small enough and big enough at the same time to apply bronzer, but small enough to go into the pan. And this is a Beekeeper and Nikki LaRose N14. I'm going to be using this. I think this is more like for highlighting, but I'm going to use it for contouring or for bronzing. I'm going to pick up the lightest, maybe even the middle. I think I could try the middle with a combination of the first 2 and apply that as bronzer, because the 3rd shade on the right is a little bit too dark for me, for my shade, for my color. Take out my glasses, and then just gonna get the brush and get both shades and mix them together. Because I think the one on the left is a little bit too light, but the one on the right is too dark. So I'm just gonna give it a mix, a little bit of fallout. Oh, and I forgot to take the sticker off, so the protector in the mirror. It's a huge mirror. So let's go, and might as well, I want to apply it first on the lid to set the base for the shimmers. And it's a huge, big brush for the eyelids, so you should, I'm done in a few seconds. Okay, then I go back to it and swirl it. And I'm going to apply it here under the cheeks and in the perimeter of my face. I'm going very light-handed, but you could see, or at least I could see, there's a slight difference with one side and the next. And I'm going to try with a bigger brush, because I think it's going to take longer with this brush. So the one I was going to use for blush was the N17 from Beekeeper and Nikki LaRose. So I'm going to use that. And use one side for the bronzer and the other side for the blush. This one has a little bit more of square footage. And I'm starting slow because I don't know how pigmented it will be on my skin. So far, so good. And I'm just going to go up like that. And make sure I have it well blended out on my skin. By the way, this palette is 24-month shelf life, and it is made in Italy. I think it's like the perfect, well, I gotta say at the end how they perform, as of course, but it's like the perfect travel palette, because you have both bronzer, blush, and eyeshadows. I think it's really pretty. I'm gonna flip the brush, might as well, and start with the blush. I'm gonna use the other side. And I'm going to use the lightest of the blushes. Start with that. It's really pretty, really soft, very natural looking. I like it. I could even go a little bit more. I'm going to go into that darker pink. See how that looks? You go as light or as intense as you want to go. I like it. What do you guys think? I think it's so pretty. Okay, I tend to use shimmers, or apply shimmers with my finger, but I'm going to try first with a brush. I'm going to start with that pink, the lightest first, the pink, and then I'm going to use Everyday on the outer half. Yes, because Casual is really pretty, but it's a little bit dark for now. So I'm going to use the first on your right and then that pink. And I'll try to see if the color Dreamy, which is the light champagne shade, could work for the inner corner and even as a highlight. We'll try that. But let's start with the pink first. With a brush. I'm using the Esom Cosmetics number V34. And if it doesn't work with a brush, then I'll use my finger. Okay, yeah, this brush is not picking anything up. Let me see if a more dense type brush will work better. Okay, I picked up the Nikki LaRose and BK Beauty number N12. And I'm going to go back with Soft and see if I have better luck with this one. Yes, this one is picking up a little bit more, but I think it'll be better if I just use my finger. Let's just do that. Save time. It is very soft too, so you have to go back a few times. It's so pretty. I'm gonna go in now with Everyday and go into that outer half. I haven't seen any videos or tutorials with this palette, but I do remember hearing in one of her videos in Instagram, NATASHA DENONA was saying that her intention with this palette is that every shadow will be like just like a one and done deal, that you could use it all over the lid. You don't have to necessarily, you know, use all of them. So I think these shimmers on their own will be beautiful regardless. I'm going back with pink, with Soft. I'm using Statement and using that in the crease right here. This is a darker shade. I'm just gonna pop in like that to give me a little bit of dimension on my hooded eyes. I know some people like to use brushes to apply shimmers. I personally like to use my fingers. I feel I have more grip, I pick up more product, and I have more control of where it goes. But that's just my personal preference. I'm gonna get now some of that Dreamy shade and apply right here in the center. Yes, perfect. That is pretty. I love it. I'm gonna go back with the same brush I used at first for the bronzer. Pick up some of that light shade of the bronzer and go here on the edges. And it blends everything out. And then the brush that I was trying to get soft with, the tight brush from BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose N12. I'm gonna go in back with Everyday, or maybe I should go in with a contour, the one in the middle, and then use that in the bottom lid. I'm gonna go now with Statement. Go to the outer half here. What do you guys think? I think it's gorgeous. So pretty, soft, and natural looking. I'm going to use now the Rephr number 03 to go in with Dreamy and try to put that in the inner corner. And then I'm going to use Swipe Clean this brush, and I'm going to try to use it as a highlight, going back with Dreamy and see if that works. Oh, it has a little bit shimmer, but I think it works. I can make it work. Just get a little bit more. I could have definitely used one of her highlights, but since I just want to use this palette for now, I wanted to see how it will look. This is not a highlight, of course, it's an eyeshadow, but I think it works. I could make it work. Alright, I'm going to be applying mascara and lipstick off camera, and I'll be right back to show you the final look and my final thoughts about this palette. Okay, I'm back. So let me take a final look at everything. I think the shadows are gorgeous, just like I expected. They look so good together. I only used three or four shadows. I still have to use the other two, but I think what I created, or the look that I put on, is really pretty. The blush, the contour, it looks very natural. I don't feel heavy or anything like that. You know, everything else that I put on also looks very pretty. It's beautiful. I have in the description box below an affiliate link to the palette. If you're interested, I also have a code. I'm going to put all the details down below, as well links of all the other makeup products that I use for today's look and brushes. I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know down below in the comments if you like this look, if you like the palette, if you picked it up, if you're planning on picking it up, or if not, let me know the reasons why you don't like it, why it doesn't catch your attention, or if it does. I want to know everything. So thank you so much for watching me, for spending your time with me. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.